silence the donations.
Yeah.
We didn't get any donations earlier? Doesn't sound right.
I'm not sure. We got a couple gifted subs. I don't think we got any donations.
Well, I meant like any sort of...
Yeah. Did you just go live?
Yeah, I went live. You can go ahead and put it in the chat.
Couple of kisses at the camera. No one's in here.
The camera's not up yet. I know I said all times, but we're on the starting soon screen. Gotta wait till this number gets higher.
That's that channel I want to see.
Mm-hmm.
Just don't have the music. I miss it.
You guys are doing a great job.
Honestly, I can't tell the
I
difference.
have it for speaker.
I thought it was actually. I don't have it. Like it's on the soundboard. I don't even know where I would even find it.
I have YouTube Music. If you go onto there, you could probably get.
Yeah, it's all right. It's all good. You know, I'm sure people have been waiting to press the button, so it won't take long for this viewer number to go up pretty high. And we'll get rolling.
We did have exactly 32 viewers on the Lotto.
What?
That's weird because I wasn't logged in, and
Yeah,
we had some other people in there. Cam with the sub. Thank you, Cam.
Interesting.
23 straight months from Cam. Can you believe that? Since the inception. It's the inception.
That's awesome.
Takes a while for Streamlabs to tell me how many viewers there are. Right now it says 0, which I'm sure there's more.
15.
What's up, Lucky? Give it another minute, and I'll give you guys the instructions here and what the dealio is. Ironically, I can see the on the reflection of the picture the spectacular. Do all you know your teams? Austin, only Connor and I know and Cam.
I accidentally linked it to Cam. That's on there. That's on there.
Cam was sitting in here. Thank you for the gift of sub to Boz, who should have been subbed already, but I appreciate it. Cam knows everyone. Yeah. And I feel kind of bad because we didn't say anything to Cody.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, that's all right. It all worked out. Here comes the hype train. Lucky with the gift of sub.
Connor messed up a little bit and told me my team.
Yeah, I said let's leave him in the dark. Although I'm sure you're smart enough, you would have figured it out. It's the very last team. We hadn't said your name yet.
I was watching dodgeball.
Ah, okay.
I was not paying attention.
Okay. All right. Cam, are you happy with your team? Well, we'll get to him.
We'll interviews.
Yeah, don't worry. We got interviews coming up. Showing off the shrooms. I don't know if I believe that.
No, he is.
He is? All right.
He is.
First off, the people that are tuned in remotely and not here, can you hear me well? And then Connor, go ahead.
Yeah, I'm here. I'm right next to CMS. First ever live podcast with BLN here. It's very exciting.
Yeah, with me and with Connor. So let us know if our volume's good. Taint says both sound clear, all good. Sounds good.
Yeah, we're good.
Yeah, we can hear you. I think I need to hear it at least 6 more times.
Yeah.
Okay, let's keep it going.
We need half the league to get into
Dude,
it.
he says yes. Steele says come, so I guess that means it's
he's
good,
on his
right?
horny hours again.
Sounds beautiful. All right.
The high thumbs up.
So it's the same exact setup as last team reveal. It's going to go in alphabetical order of the division, so AFC East and then NFC East and so on and so forth. We actually have obviously a good group of people here that you can see a couple of them right now on the couch. Cam, Alex, Sean, say hello. When we have the Discord open, and so when you know your team, you can go ahead and hop in the Discord, mute yourself, and we're going to go ahead and do interviews at the end of each division. So feel free to pull it up in the Discord. For those who don't have the Discord, Connor will be putting the Discord link in this. Somebody will be putting the Discord link in the chat for you to be able to join. Don't say anything till your division comes up, till we actually acknowledge you. Okay? So at the end of every division, we'll have those coach interviews. It'll just be audio. Please don't do face cam just because of the setup I have right now. So just do audio. All right? So we'll go ahead and I think you want to get rolling here, Connor?
I think you get roll. Show me how to send or copy the Discord link.
I wish I knew. That's why I kind of asked you. Somebody here knows how to do it. Send the Discord link in the chat. I'd appreciate it. Or anybody in the... so no face cams? Yeah, sorry, P-Town. No face cams. Alex will be posting the chat. But you'll see the face cam of the people here if you want to talk shit to them. All right. Better League team reveal. It feels weird not doing it in my room.
Yeah. This is a new feeling for all of us.
Technically, this is your hotel room too.
Yeah, I know, but like not my computer. It's also weird not having headphones on. But anyways, we're gonna go ahead and get rolling here. Like I said before, and it would help if I actually had the thing pulled up. All right, perfect. All right, we're gonna go ahead and get rolling here with the AFC East to start. Any teasers we might want to drop before we get rolling in here? I will say that we did the list, which will be posted on YouTube probably after the team reveal. And a reminder, again, when you know your team, don't change your name because not everybody gets to watch this live. So please wait until you wake up in the morning.
Yeah, and I'll say not only don't change your name until the morning, I'll also say, like, through this process, it may become clear to you who your team is. Just make sure, like we were saying in the lottery, no leaks in the Twitch chat, no leaks in Slack. Just keep it fun for everyone. Just keep it silent until you know what team you are officially.
All right, so keep that to yourself. And like I said before, at the end of the division, we're going to be doing the interviews. So anybody that's here, obviously, you just wait. But anybody that's not here, feel free to log into the Discord. Just mute yourself until we acknowledge you, and then we'll go ahead and get you rolling. So we're going to go ahead and start off with the AFC East. I will say when we did the lists, maybe 3 or 4 people got maybe outside of top 15?
Yeah, I think we're going to have a lot of happy campers here in
so
general.
Too.
Yeah, most of y'all did pretty well in terms of which team you got on your list.
There's definitely a few stacked divisions, and Connor even said potentially another division to death. I don't think it's as bad as the AFC North, but it's still really good. And keep in mind, when we're going to show these names, the names are going to pop up in a number in the parentheses. The number in the parentheses represents what pick number they had. Not what pick they had them in their list, what pick number they had in the lottery that we saw earlier. Let's go ahead and get rolling. Starting off with the Buffalo Bills with the 5th overall pick. That would be Mr. Justin Teely landing the Buffalo Bills. Your thoughts on the Buffalo Bills, Connor?
Yeah, obviously going to be a really stacked team. Not only were they one of the highest overall selected teams in the list, half the league had the Buffalo Bills in their top 2. I'm actually a little surprised they fell all the way to 5, to be honest with you. Just mathematically, you wouldn't expect that. A couple really solid rookies off the gate. Gator great, Kyer Earlem is going to be a really solid young rookie DB to develop. You've got James Cook, who will probably be halfback 1 right off the bat. Is going to be, again, another solid rookie piece to develop. But we all know what it is with the Bills, ladies and gentlemen. It's the Josh Allen show. They gave him pass lead elite in the beta, didn't give him gunslinger escape artist. Maybe we'll see some rerolls from Justin for one of them. But regardless, what a start here. We got Justin Teely with the Buffalo Bills. Very exciting.
Very good start, very good team. Now, Justin, we all know, and I think everybody here can agree that he's a running first user, so I'm interested to see what he does with Cook, like you said.
Yes.
See what kind of stats he gets.
Free Josh Allen.
Yeah, free Josh Allen's already trending on Twitter. But let's not talk too much about Justin. And let's go ahead and move forward to the next team. It does go, you see Bills, then it'll go Dolphins, Patriots, Jets, and it's the same throughout the process, okay? So we're going to start off with second off with the Miami Dolphins, and that is Mr. Lucky out of Washington. Nico says trade him to us, so he'll be in your DMs, Lucky. Connor, your thoughts on the Miami Dolphins?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I almost feel sacrilegious. I feel like I want to get Nico to give the Dolphins preview here, but obviously a lot of young talent on both sides of the ball. You do have Tua. He's not going to have, obviously, any abilities coming out of the gate, but that's a young, a young quarterback that you can still develop, I think, pretty easily into superstar, potentially into X Factor if Lucky's that cracked at passing in Men 23. We'll have to see. It's gonna be interesting to see Lucky potentially in a stat pat mode. We'll have to see. He's like not normally user associated with that, but very, very strong team. I'm excited. Also, we aren't talking about the rest of the division yet. Justin and Lucky in the same division. A little bit of toxicity in the chat, I think. A little toxicity there. We're only 2 picks in.
They've already had their first moment in the chat saying hello to each other. Nico's already in the chat trying to trade to. He doesn't even know what team he has yet. He might have a really good quarterback for all we know, but he's making some adjustments there. All right, yeah, fantastic team. He got him with the 4th overall pick. A lot of people had Dolphins pretty high, so I think Lucky's going to be pretty happy. He has his moments as a passing user. Yeah. Let's see if he can I don't even know who the running back is for the Miami Dolphins, to be honest. Raheem Mostert, so nobody. Yeah, so nobody really.
Speed.
Yeah, speed for a year or two. All right, let's move on to the New England Patriots. We finally have a different user. It is not Austin this time around. It's actually another Rhode Island buddy, and that is Mr. Dan with the 21st pick, able to go ahead and secure the New England Patriots. Dan's in here fist bumping. You probably saw it on the camera if you got there close enough. All right, Connor, your thoughts on the Patriots?
Dan's fired up. I mean, it's kind of the similar thing to what I've said the past couple times. From a Madden perspective, it is a bit of a rebuild. You do have to get certain positions in order here. Obviously, with the Patriots, I'm sure we'll hear more from Dan, the Patriots fan himself. Much like we saw with Austin, I'm sure we're going to see Dan aggressively passing the first couple seasons, trying to get Mac Jones to the superstar to X Factor. It's going to be a very similar setup. But man, you love to see users get their favorite teams. Finally, after however many years it's been, Dan is the New England Patriots. That's going to be a really, really fun matchup for the league.
And that's the first time in Better League history you're a favorite team, right?
Yeah. For sure.
You'll see a trend. There's a lot of people that are, and there's a little tease, a lot of people are their favorite teams. So, yeah, I think he'll take Mac Jones just like he did. If he can dev Kellen Mond, he probably can dev Mac Jones. Although, we'll see with this new Madden.
That's nice.
All right, let's go ahead and drop to the last team of the division. Everybody's been praying for a tough division for Justin. Three-time Madden 22 Super Bowl champion, Mr. Hero, lands himself the New York Jets. Connor, your thoughts on the New York Jets and Hero?
Extremely fun division here. We're going to see, a lot of allegations going around that maybe Hero was all team in Madden 22, especially with that stacked Browns roster, to start out. We're on the other end of the train here. This is not a very good Jets team, although they do have a couple really solid rookie pieces already. You obviously have Sauce Gardner, probably the best rookie DB in the class. Garrett Wilson, Jermaine Johnson. I mean, all three of those really are going to be impact players at their position. So you got a lot of young talent there, and Hero's going to need the most of it. All he has is is MILF fan himself, Zach Wilson, at quarterback. So we'll see what he does there. Maybe he trades Zach Wilson. Maybe he tries to dev him. I'm not quite sure how old Wilson is, but I guess he's a second-year player. But fun division, man. I can't wait to hear from everyone.
Yeah, I know Hero was really talking about the Jets a lot when he was doing his podcast and was a big fan of their draft. A lot of young devil places. I had the Jets, I think, in my top 10 or 15. Mm-hmm. And so I think it's a good team. This is a really tough division. Lucky and Hero, feel free to pop into the Discord. I haven't heard a ding yet, but feel free to pop in here. But while we're waiting, let's go ahead and finish it up here. Dan, feel free to come up here a little bit closer. First up, we're going to have Dan talk himself about the New England Patriots.
Hey, what's going on, guys? I'm just excited, man. Mac Jones, second year. Mac Jones had probably the best rookie season of all the quarterbacks, so I think he's going to get a lot of love. Maybe not like a superstar dev kind of love, but at least he'll be star dev with a pretty decent overall. It'll be really fun to start off with him. I love his, a very underrated thing I think in this Madden is going to be the throw release based on the beta, if the pass rush is still really crazy. And Mac Jones, I really like his throw release. Really love playing with him. Tyquan Thornton, rookie out of Baylor. That's someone I'm really excited about. That's probably one of the reasons why I put the Pats so high, despite also being a Patriots fan. It's gonna be a tall task just to get the team together. People don't say I'm the best team builder, but you know what? Maybe we can put something together, build around Mac. The quarterback is already set. That is what I wanted to do with my list, is set up for a good quarterback that I can play all 7 seasons with and not have to worry about it. So I'm really excited for this.
Very excited for you in this division. And let's go ahead and move over to Justin. Justin's going to go next with his Buffalo Bills.
Very excited to get my number 1 overall team at 5th. Was kind of worried about if I'd get them or one of the other teams, but I knew if I took the Bills, it was going to be a tough division. So that's what I expected. I expected this. I wrote down who I expected to be in my division before. I predicted Dan as the Pats. Got that. So I'm ready to work.
Right on. And I know Lucky had joined into the Discord, so Lucky, go ahead and unmute yourself and your thoughts on getting the Miami Dolphins, and if you can mute the stream while you're in here. Lucky? Lucky. Your mic's not working or something, because I see you unmuted yourself, but you're not talking. And he left. All right. So let's go ahead and go to Hero Austin. I saw you joined in as well. Hero Austin, let's go ahead and get your thoughts.
Yo, can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Awesome. Okay. This is going to be a fun division. I think it's been a long time coming for me to be in a division with Dan. I think we were in a division back in like Madden 19 together for a little bit, and I was nowhere near as good as I am now. So it'll be fun to like compete against him, 2 times a season. And obviously Lucky's a solid user, and then Justin, with the Bills. This is, I think, for the league, this will be a fun division to watch for sure. So yeah, I'm excited about it. The Jets were like right outside of my top 10, so I mean I can't be upset. I got them in my top 15. It is what it is.
Yeah, a little bit of different of a team approach than last cycle. Obviously, starting off with a really, really solid team and got a really low pick this time, and I still think is a solid, for at 22 to get the Jets. Let's go ahead and move over to Lucky. If you got your Discord stuff fixed, Lucky, your thoughts on landing the Miami Dolphins?
Yeah, I think it's working now.
Yep.
I mean, got my number 1 team. I kind of had like 3 to 4 teams up at the top, but I didn't really know what order to put them in. So Dolphins kind of just won out in the end. Pretty excited. Got a lot of speed on offense. Got another first to play around with at next year's draft. Got some nice defensive pieces. Obviously, this is going to be an incredibly tough division. But, got a bunch of dogs in here. Going to make me better. Going to go to work. See what we can do. We're going to have some fun. Really like the Dolphins, like the color scheme and whatnot. We're going to have some fun with that. Probably dive deep into Hiko's DMs. See if I can get a haul for Tua. But we're excited to do this.
Awesome. Well, thank you, Hero and Lucky, for popping in here. We're going to go ahead and move forward to the next division. The next division is going to be the NFC East. Starting off with the Dallas Cowboys, and I DM'd this user and I said, this is your year, and that would be King getting his favorite team. King finally landing the Dallas Cowboys. Connor, your thoughts on the Dallas Cowboys?
Yeah, absolutely beautiful stuff. We know how the ratings guy from Madden likes to do the Cowboys. This will be a top team, despite not having done anything for decades and decades over there in Dallas. They got some nice pieces, man. I mean, obviously, Micah Parsons is going to be one of the best young pass rushers in the league. I do believe they gave him edge threat in the beta, so we'll see what he was able to do. Edge protector Tyron Smith. Not the best rookie class in the world, not a ton of young talent necessarily to develop, but they keep giving Dak abilities. They keep giving Zeke abilities. Maybe not the great abilities right out of the gate, but you get a couple rerolls going, you're cooking over there in Dallas.
Yeah, King, I know, has been one of this team for a while, so I wish he was in the chat watching this live right now. I don't think he's in here, but there are 39 other people in here, so good start to the stream. Let's go ahead and move forward to the New York Giants, and this is somebody that absolutely hates AI players, apparently, and that's Warren securing the New York Giants with the 31st pick. Connor, thoughts on the Giants?
I mean, we don't have to sugarcoat it. There's a reason this was a bottom 5 brand, bottom 5 team in terms of y'all's list. It's not the best team in the world, not on offense, not on defense. They do obviously have the young standout Kayvon Thibodeau out of Oregon. They're probably going to give him, I would imagine, superstar probably based on all the hype around him. So that's a great young pass rusher to build. We know how good the pass rush was in the beta, so maybe that's someone kind of OP that you can get, into the low mid 90s as the cycle goes on. Not the best roster. We'll see how committed Warren is to team building. I don't know if he plans on being a top Madden as well next cycle, but we'll see how committed he is because that roster is going to need some work.
Yeah, and I see Finn in the chat and Steele in the chat, who are big Warren supporters, and both of them are saying Saquon and Warren, watch out. We shall see. We'll see how nice they are with Saquon as far as the abilities this year. I'm not 100% sure they're going to give it to him, but you can dev running backs fairly easily. All right, let's go ahead and move on from the AI hater, and we're going to move on to somebody here in this room with the Philadelphia. I'm sorry, my mistake. He is not in this room, and that is Mr. Matt. Dealing debts taint.
You would miss him. He's pretty short.
Yeah, it's true. Yeah, he is pretty short. But he was able to go ahead and secure himself the Philadelphia Eagles. Connor, your thoughts on the Eagles?
Solid jerseys, obviously. Decent team. You do have a couple really nice young rookie pieces. Jordan Davis out of Georgia. He's going to be an absolute demon. We know this. Nakobe Dean, obviously, one of the biggest maybe surprises in the real life draft in terms of how far he dropped. Maybe some medical concerns. Who knows really what the reasons were for those. But they're going to give him all the speed. We'll see how good linebackers are. Maybe he'll be useless. We'll have to find out. But really solid linebacker. King Warren Taint. Very interesting division. We'll have to see who the final one is. Fuck you, Ben.
Ben said, "Go Dogs." Eagles. I thought were a pretty solid team to get 27. Ben says, "Wow, Eagles at 27." Ben had them super high on his list. Yep. But anyways, very solid team for Matt. Wish he was here. We're gonna go ahead and move forward to the next team. He's definitely not here. He is above the border, and that's Mr. Kook securing the Washington Commanders. We had to update this, but Cook able to go ahead and secure that team. A couple people joining the Discord. Just keep yourself muted for a second. Connor, your thoughts on the Commanders?
I mean, I said it when Little Alex got them last cycle. I'm going to say it again now. This is a team with a lot of young talent on defense. You can very easily build this defense into, something truly fierce over there. I'm excited. This is an interesting division. Not quite the division of death necessarily that we were looking at in the previous one, but we'll see how it goes. Especially if Warren's committed. We see a couple dogs up there. It's a good Commanders team. Cook's going to need the help. He's very up and down as a user. We know this. Sometimes he's a playoff contender. Sometimes he's a number 1 pick contender. So we'll see how locked in he is in that division.
Yeah, we'll see what kind of Cook we get, but that is a very good young defense and, some buildable pieces on offense that he could definitely work with. All right, let's take a look and see who's in the Discord right now. Let's go ahead and no one. So, King, okay. Matt, feel free to join the Discord. I'll give you guys maybe a minute or two. But let's go ahead and, I know we're going to talk about divisions later, but just a quick thought on this division. I know you mentioned that it wasn't the division of death, but maybe some people in here that you feel like might surprise us.
Yeah, I mean, obviously you never quite know what you're going to get with Cook. He is, has the potential to be a very solid user. We've watched him win playoff games, at least Madden 21. I believe Madden 22, he may have won one as well. But very, very solid. King finally, after cycles of begging for them, got his top team. So I think he probably knows what the Cowboys need better than anyone. So we'll see what he's able to do. This is Warren's division. If he's locked in, I think it's a big if. So we'll see a season from now or two, whether he's still in the league, much less still team building. I'm just going to be honest with you, but prayers to Taint, man.
Speaking of Taint, he has joined us in the Discord. Let's go ahead and hear your thoughts on your Philadelphia Eagles.
Yeah, man, I'm pumped. I had these guys pretty high. I think I had them around where the Jets were. They just have a solid roster. So at 27, I'm super happy for that. As far as saying sorry to me, I mean, the only guy that really kind of scares me a little is Warren. Me and Cook pretty much play 500 ball all year. King kind of plays like a 12-year-old. I'll figure him out by the end of the cycle. So I'm pretty excited, man. We'll go get it. I'll let you guys go on to the next one.
All right. Appreciate you stopping in and look forward to seeing you play Cook for the 5 millionth time since I've been in here. And Cook is not in here like I was hoping he would. Not Cook, I'm sorry. Taint. Not, you know what I mean. Anyways, King, it's who I wanted to hear from. But he is not in here, so we're going to go ahead and move forward to the next division as soon as I stop fucking up. All right, AFC North. All right, best-looking guy in the robe starts off with the Ravens, and that is Morty with the 11th pick. Ooh in the chat. Morty is securing himself the 11th pick. Your thoughts on the Ravens?
Yeah, I mean, if there's going to be a team, if there's going to be a moment where we can see Morty go from, consistent contender but not able to break into that elite category there's been the last couple cycles into, breaking back to where he was, maybe Madden 17, Madden 18, this is the moment right here. I mean, they obviously, they stripped escape artists from Lamar Jackson. God knows why. That's some absolute bullshit right there from the devs, but he's still Lamar Jackson. I mean, he's still, probably one of the biggest cheat codes in the entire league. We saw a couple of users not be able to win the big one with Lamar Jackson, and it'll be interesting to see what Morty does, I know unlike those users, Morty has the clutch gene, so I'm praying for him. Washington.
Anyways, yeah, so he's able to secure that team, obviously into that team very well, and we'll see if Morty decides to stick with Lamar the whole cycle, which I probably anticipate he will. Got himself a really good secondary, and I know that when he has good secondary pieces, he won't trade them away. So let's see if maybe he'll trade one of those guys away, but probably not. But let's go ahead and move forward to the Cincinnati Bungles, and that is for Mr. Chap. Chap secured the Bengals with the 17th pick. I thought that was super, super late. It is not, Cody. Your thoughts on the Cincinnati Bengals?
Really, really interesting roster. Obviously, given their Super Bowl, they're going to get a bit of a bump in terms of ratings. We know how the devs like to do, successful teams in real life. You've got Joe Burrow. They're going to give him good abilities. You can, try to re-roll him for one of the OP ones if you want. Really, really, really solid team. They did draft some really speedy DBs, 3 of them. Daxton Hill, Michigan legend, Cam Taylor-Britt, and Tyson Anderson. All of them are going to, probably be in the 90s in terms of speed. So a lot of young secondary talent to develop, and I'm excited to see what Chap can do.
Very solid team, probably the best uniform combo now with those white uniforms and that white helmet. They definitely moved up my list after I saw that. But very good team, even better than last year, and they actually went later, I think, or right around the same spot.
Yeah.
Well, let's go ahead and move forward to the next team in the division, and that's the Cleveland Browns. They're pretty much guaranteed a Super Bowl ring at least, right? To get this one. But he's kind of a choke artist, and that's Chase. With the 7th overall selection, Chase was able to go ahead and secure the Cleveland Browns. Do you think they'll be able to run a post cover 3 beater?
I hope so, man. That's all he's got on offense. But, shout out to Chase. Much like I was saying about Morty, like in terms of whether he can make that final step into elite status. We OGs in the room, the Alex, I know this. Alex knows this, Justin knows this, Dan knows this. He's one of the most successful, one of the most consistent users in the league to have not won a ring yet. Didn't have the greatest cycle, obviously, Madden 22. If he is going to get back to his elite status, if he's going to finally make a push to the Hall of Champions, he's got to do it with this Browns team. I'm not going to repeat how good the Browns are. You all know this. It's obvious. Hero, 3 rings, myself 1, all because of the team, ladies and gentlemen.
And let's see what Chase decides to do with Deshaun Watson. Obviously, we're still waiting to hear what his punishment's going to be and whether or not Alex wants to throw down the hammer on it. He's shaking his head yes, so get ready for that. I saw in the chat earlier, Hootie said hello to Morty for trading Lamar Jackson. Probably won't trade in division because you just got yourself the Pittsburgh Steelers with, I think, the 30th overall pick, which you can't see with the camera in the way. But Hootie able to go ahead and secure the Pittsburgh Steelers. Connor, thoughts on the Steelers?
Kenny Pickett show, baby. Who knows whether he's going to end up keeping Pickett or whether they're going to make Pickett worth much of anything. But this is a really interesting roster for Hootie. I mean, we know, they still do have TJ Watt. They do still have a very solid linebacking core. It's a pretty solid defensive job, I'd say, even though they're kind of approaching the older side of their solid division. Obviously, we'll get to the, hopefully we'll get some interviews in here. I see at least one guy already in the Discord, but I think, Hootie with the Steelers, if he can figure out the QB situation, whether that is Pickett or whether he tries to go with someone else, he could absolutely compete there with the guys I'm seeing 100%.
1,000%. This division minus one person is probably really a coin flip. I think this would go anyway, and all these teams are pretty good. The Steelers probably the least roster on there, but Hootie, I would say, as far as Madden skill, period, is probably the best one on this list. So we'll talk more about divisions later, but I know one user has already jumped in here on the Discord. So Morty, go ahead and talk about your Baltimore Ravens.
You might be muted.
You might be muted, Morty. Yeah, you're muted, Morty. Come on. There you go. Talk it up.
Talk to me, baby. Morty!
Use your mic, Morty. This is embarrassing. All right, well, Morty, you're the only person in here, so I'll give you another second to figure out. Leave and join back. Try that, because I work for Lucky. There he goes. Ravens are near and dear to my heart. I'm very, very excited to see them go to Morty, who just joined back. Morty, is it working now?
Oh,
I
heard something.
Can you hear me now?
I can hear you, Morty. Welcome to the stream. Your thoughts on the Ravens?
Well, definitely excited. Had him number 1. Never expected to actually get him, but I'm beyond Lamar Jackson. I'm looking forward to the defense. There's some young pieces, some good free agents, and one odd thing I've found more attracted to over the years is just like uniform combos, and I've always liked the Ravens for a while, so I'm excited on that aspect of things. So definitely looking forward to it.
Definitely. The throwbacks are underrated, and I honestly didn't wear them enough when I had them. Very solid team, Morty, and I expected you to do good things with them. We just saw somebody else join in, and that's, well, King, you're a little late, but I'll let you talk about your Cowboys really quick. Go ahead, King.
Yo, we got him, boys! Got him! He sucks. That's why he plays 500 ball with Cook. So we ain't worried about him either.
Basically says he's not worried about anybody. Okay, awesome. Well, I appreciate you coming in, and I don't think we have anybody else from the AFC North in here. We do not. So let's go ahead and move forward to the next division. If you want to pop in late like King, feel free to do so. All right, let's go ahead and move forward to the NFC North. All right, near and dear to a few people in this room here. The person that's going to carry on the bear down mantle actually is in this room, and that is Mr. Little Alex with the 26th pick. We'll carry on. Little Alex getting the Bears. Your thoughts on those Bears?
Yeah, he's not thrilled about it. I wouldn't be thrilled about it either, honestly, if I was little Alex. It's a tough roster. I'm sure if Alex and Cam want to give their thoughts, they certainly can. I'm interested to hear from little Alex as well. But Justin Fields obviously didn't have an ideal rookie season. Although who knows how much of that was because of Matt Nagy and how much of that was because of Fields. But they're not going to give him amazing stats necessarily. They do have, again, still a couple good pieces on defense, a couple solid young pieces. But compared to most of the other rosters from a Madden perspective, not a ton you can work with. We know Little Alex is a good team builder here. We know he can kind of leech the most out of that Chicago team.
Yeah, the team I had the cycle before last, and we didn't have a Justin Fields. So good luck to little Alex building this team up. They're just not that great. Let's go ahead and move forward. Lucky for him, the Lions user isn't all that great either. No offense to him because he's a dog, and that's Nick at 32nd pick, able to go ahead and secure the Detroit Lions. Your thoughts on the Lions?
Yeah, again, this much like the Bears, it's not the best roster in the world from a Madden perspective. They did just draft Aiden Hutchinson. They'll give Aiden Hutchinson, I think, some nice stats, nice abilities. That is a pass rusher that you can develop really nicely. There's a lot of noise in this room. Shut
the fuck up,
bitch! Tough to talk while everyone else is. But, Nick's going to need work as a user, as a team builder. It's not the best team. I think we're going to see more of the same from Nick this cycle, sadly. I'm praying we won't, but I think we will.
They're going to have a solid O-line.
Who cares about O-line? What the fuck?
DeAndre Swift,
I do not care. I do not care.
I'm a little surprised they went 32nd. I actually had them in. I think I had them in my top maybe 18 or something like that. Not a terrible roster to get at 32, but I feel bad for Nick because it's back-to-back years getting a super, super late pick. Let's go ahead and move to this next user who Little Alex has kind of had their number, and they got them with their number one pick, and that was Cody with the Green Bay Packers joining into this division. Your thoughts on those Packers at number one?
We have a Little Alex Cody division. A lot of us were calling for it in the chat these past couple weeks. It's going to be it's going to be an elite matchup over there in the NFC North. I know who Alex and Cam are rooting for based on those team combinations. Interesting to put the Packers first. Obviously, you do get a couple season or two of Aaron Rodgers. He'll be just an absolutely crazy quarterback for Cody to use. Maybe Cody continues excelling in the first couple seasons of the cycle, but they did get, and I hate to say it because I know Ben's going to roast me, they did get a couple nice dogs. Georgia linebacker Quay Walker, DT Devontae Wyatt, two very, very solid rookie pieces over there. Again, not the greatest roster, much like the Bears, much like the Lions, but I think Cody has more to build with than the other two, and
I'd say so. Yeah.
He'll use it. Yeah,
yeah. They have a very good defense in Aaron Rodgers and Aaron Jones. Not so much the wide receiver position, but I think that kid from North Dakota State should get some good stats because I think he's pretty athletic and was 6'3". So yeah, Christian Watson out of North Dakota. Should be all right. So let's go ahead and move to the Minnesota Vikings. Mr. Operation Sports himself, and that's Cloud. Cloud, go ahead and securing the Minnesota Vikings, his favorite team, with the 6th overall selection. Your thoughts on the Vikings?
Fun division here. We got a few fun divisions. Cloud, his most successful years in the Better League were with those Minnesota Vikings. Madden 18, he was able to have one perfect season that ended in the Super Bowl. He was able to win another Super Bowl, I believe, right, with these Minnesota Vikings. No? Who was that with? Cardinals?
Yeah.
Ignore me, ladies and gentlemen. That's why I'm not the historian. But he did have some really successful years in Madden 18 with those Vikings. I'll be interested, in this division with Little Alex, with Cody, is Cloud a candidate to dip in one of these first couple seasons? We'll have to see. I hope not, but I could see it happening.
We hate to drop the names of people that could dip very, very quickly early on, but as far as the Vikings roster is concerned, I think they're a pretty solid team. It's just a matter of maybe amnestying Kirk Cousins, or I don't even know what his contract looks like anymore. But fully guaranteed. Well, it doesn't matter if you amnesty him. But yeah, so Cloud got a pretty decent team in his favorite team. So like I said, there's a lot of people that got their favorite team. So pretty fun division. Let's see if we have anybody in the Discord. We'll get to little Alex here in a second because I know that he is in this room. Nobody else is in the Discord. So little Alex, step the fuck up and come talk about your team.
Hello, it's little Alex. I think I had the Bears at 9 or 10. I think you might be able to see. I don't know, but it's around the 10 range, and it was hard to put them lower because I had because I love Justin Fields and I'm an OSU fan. That's why they are so high. But the more I think about it, the more I realize there's nothing good on that team besides Justin Fields.
I will fucking fight you.
All right, I'm going to get my ass beat after this. The offense is okay with Velus Jones and Mooney, but the defense is just a bunch of slow old men. So it's going to be a fun rebuild. But I'm excited to be able to play Cody and hopefully continue my success against him. And I'm glad my boy Nick is with us.
I bet you are.
I don't see anybody else in Discord. If you Cody or Nick or Cloud want to pop in here later, feel free to do so. But let's go ahead and move forward from this. What everybody says looks like a fun division, and I think it will be, to the AFC South, which is probably one of the worst divisions I've seen in a while. A little sneak peek. With the Texans, for some reason, he had them number 1. That's Mr. P-Town with the 10th overall selection. You heard the laughter in the group here. Connor, your thoughts?
Yeah, people just love to kind of sandbag themselves with this Texans roster, man. I think it's the worst roster in the league. They did just get those nice, new helmets, so maybe that's why P-Town put him number 1. But my God, I mean, it's been part 2, honestly, because why you would ever put this just.
So you're saying P-Town's gonna quit?
Why? I mean, we'll see, but
good point.
Why you would ever put this sorry-ass roster at number 1 on your team is beyond me. Couple solid rookie pieces, not to overlook. John Mechie, he's going to be a super athletic wide receiver. Derek Stingley out of LSU, but outside that, man.
Yeah, this team is not good. P-Town played a lot of the cycle with the worst Falcons roster I've ever seen. So, hopefully he can turn that around. This might be a division to do it in, but this next user is the one good one in it. And getting the Indianapolis Colts is my co-host Connor here with the 23rd overall selection. Your thoughts on the team itself?
Yeah, purely based on the team itself, I really prioritize just, OP young running backs with my selection. The Colts were number 3 on my list. I'm really happy I got them, and it was purely Jonathan Taylor. I got the Browns in Madden 21 primarily because of Nick Chubb. I ended up trading Chubb away, ironically, so I won't make that same mistake again. But Freight Train, they do have a Polar Elite guard in Quentin Nelson. We'll see if that still applies, but simple. Jonathan Taylor, I plan on feeding him. I plan on getting run first again. I really kind of lost my way, I think, last cycle and tried to go way too pass heavy, so we're trying to bring the ground and pound back.
Steele says P-Town's Falcons were better than the Texans for 23. But yeah, the Colts is a pretty solid roster. I also got Matt Ryan, who's near and dear to my heart, and they got themselves a good defense. Darius Leonard a lot better in real life than Madden, but will still be abilities there. DeForest Buckner, so pretty solid team and pretty solid division for you. Let's keep going with it. And next up, one of the casino boys, and that's Gamble getting the Jacksonville Jaguars. Your thoughts on the Jags?
Again, similarly, this was a far better Madden roster a few seasons ago compared to now. They did get a couple nice pieces in the draft. We know Trayvon Walker, number 1 overall. A bit of a surprise that he was drafted number 1 overall in the moment, but he'll be a really, really solid piece. I think that what's up?
No, go on.
Okay. I just think Gamble's a dog. He's going to be a division brother with me for the second straight season. I do think he's going to be, pretty solid. I'm excited for him.
Yeah, I like this Jags team. Obviously, I like Clemson, so there's a few Clemson guys that are on that team, and they're pretty young. Signed himself a decent tight end. I feel like this is a pretty solid team. Let's see if Gamble can do it with it. He's pretty much a guarantee to draft a Hall of Famer, so I look forward to see who that'll be. Let's go ahead and move forward to the last person in this division. Probably the only person I know that'll start Ryan Tannehill over Mr. Malik Willis, and that is Nico with the 28th pick. Securing the Tennessee Titans at Tannehill's time. Did you type that in before I even said it? Your thoughts on the Titans?
Yeah, man. I'm excited to hear from Nico later on in this interview, but we'll see where Malik Willis ends up going. I was about to talk about how fun Malik Willis could be as a starting piece, but I don't think Nico's going to use him. I think it's Tannehill time, so that kind of shuts me down. A couple solid pieces on defense, obviously. Jeffrey Simmons on the D line. They did give him El Toro and run stopper. We'll see how good that is, but I am just interested to see how Nico builds this team, develops this team. Maybe someone is going to trade for Malik Willis. We'll just see. That's an early, storyline for Madden 23.
All right, we already got the first person into the Discord, and that is Mr. P-Town. Defend yourself. Put in the Texans number 1, P-Town.
All right. Hey, look, first off, I know everyone's going to question this pick. Top 10 pick, putting the worst team in the fucking league at number 1. But I just wanted to be known. Look, we got a bunch of dogs on this roster, okay? Look, Davis Mills, John Mechie, they're about to send this team to the goddamn Super Bowl. As you saw from last year,
Super Bowl.
It's about the coaching. It's not about the roster and the talent. It's about maximizing that talent, okay? Connor, I've swept him the last 2 times I played him. I'm not even...
No, you didn't. No, you didn't. Hold on. Now. I beat you now. That's not true. But go ahead.
Okay, he went 1-3. Am I worried about 25% chance? The only person I'm worried about here is Nico. He says it's team time, and Malik Willis is going to give me nightmares, and I'm going to wake up in the middle of the night with sweats. But other than that, honestly, this team is really young. There's a lot of nice rookies to play with. Davis Mills is devable. John Mechie is going to pop off. My rookie running back's going to pop off. And I just got to fix that defense, man. And I know everyone's going to shit on my GM skills when I say that, because I had probably the worst roster to ever exist in Madden. But I really think that we can make it happen. So that's why I put him at number 1. And hopefully I can turn it around.
Yeah, I mean, if you have Connor's number, then I feel like this might be the division to be able to have some success in. Connor, go ahead and maybe talk about anything else you want to talk about this division or your team. And then we'll get to Nico.
I see a bunch of cupcakes.
Nico's in the room. Step up, Nico. Your thoughts on the Titans, bud.
So I may not have played a lot of games in BL, but I have beaten Connor. One of the few people that I have beaten. But, hey, it's Tannehill time in Tennessee. I'm going to feed Derrick Henry. Keep it simple. I'm excited.
This will be a fun division. A lot of dogs, a lot of heart in this division, as some would say. It looks like Dan and Nico are already talking about some trades. Already talking about DMing. Let's go ahead and move forward to the NFC South. All right, NFC South, starting off with the Atlanta Falcons, my favorite team. So here we are with CMAS myself with the 25th pick, able to go ahead and secure the Atlanta Falcons. Your thoughts?
I actually want you to give your thoughts since you're the Falcons fan. Like, how do you think this is from a Madden roster perspective?
In Madden roster perspective, they're not great. Real life, they're not great either. I'm excited to get my favorite team for the first time in BL. I'm excited to dev a young quarterback. Hopefully Desmond Ridder doesn't get too screwed up. They'll still have Calvin Ridley. I'm not sure how, Alex can maybe bench him because he decided to bet 1,500. But Drake London's good. I think that there's some decent talent. AJ Terrell will probably get screwed somehow. Grady Jarrett probably lost abilities by now. So not a fantastic roster, but some of the best uniforms, and they're on a dome half the year. And there's some division people in here that I'm looking forward to beating. Yeah, I love this team. Your thoughts on the Falcons, though?
Yeah, man, I'm not even sure you mentioned Kyle Pitts' name. If you did, I missed it. But
yeah, understood.
He's going to be just an absolute freak. One of the most unguardable tight ends in the league, and that is a Gator great, in case y'all forgot. I'm excited to see you with the Falcons, man. It's going to be a lot of fun. Obviously, we don't know the rest of the division yet. It'll be an interesting one for sure. It's always, again, not to repeat myself, it's always good when a user gets their favorite team. Like, if anyone knows how to develop this team and how to, kind of build around this team, it is CMAS, with the real-life knowledge. So, we'll see how it goes.
This might be a tough team to build.
Yeah.
But we'll do our best. Although I am laughing that Nico was just in here, not Nico, P-Town was just in here talking about Davis Mills taking him to the Super Bowl, and he's already offering him up for trades. So I'm not sure how much I believe in him there. All right, let's go ahead and move forward to the next team. He was begging to be in my division. Well, congratulations, Alex. You have secured the Carolina Panthers with the 14th pick. Your thoughts on the Panthers?
Obviously, really, really interesting team. Matt Corral, we'll see if he's the starter. Or I don't even know who else they have necessarily as far as
Baker,
Sam
Darnold.
Okay, yeah.
A few options there, not good ones, but they're options.
Best of kind of some mid options over there in Carolina. Love their uniforms. A lot of really, really solid pieces. Especially on the defensive side of the ball. It's gonna be a lot of fun. I'll save it a little bit since Alex is in the room. I want to hear his thoughts as well, but. Alex with the Panthers, that's an interesting, just in my mind, that's just an interesting combination. CMC, run CMC, yeah.
Coach Potter leading this team.
Coach Potter.
Panthers are an underrated team. A lot of people had them fairly high. Very good young defense. You got to figure out the quarterback position, and I won't say Alex is known for deving quarterbacks, but we'll see if he's able to go ahead and figure it out. And go from there. Let's go ahead and move to the next team. One person I was not excited to learn was in the division, and that is 9-time Super Bowl champion Austin with the 29th pick gets the New Orleans Saints. Your thoughts on the Saints roster?
Yeah, I think CMAS, you can talk as well. I think CMAS and Alex are kind of ruined the day right now a little bit. It was my team last cycle. It's really just not the best roster to start out with. You got a lot of cap issues that you have to work through. You got, some holes to fill, definitely, especially with Breeze being gone. You can't even use him as like a 1-year stopgap. You got to kind of figure out that QB situation a bit more quickly. But it's a fun team. We'll see how good of a Madden wide receiver Michael Thomas is because, Dan knows all about Michael Thomas and his dropping habits, his choking habits, exactly. But we're not going to hear from Austin. There's no way he's watching this right now, but I am very curious to see what he does about the QB situation, primarily.
Yeah, I have no idea. He might have to drop himself another Austin Davis because I don't think Jameis Winston's going to be the answer for him.
Nope.
Saints have a pretty good roster, so probably the best roster in the NFC South. So he gets a head start already, and he's also the most talented user already. So we'll see what happens. Well, let's go ahead and move forward to the last team. Ironically, his former self used to be the Bucks, but now he is taking over allegedly, and that is Mr. Kumar with the 9th overall selection, getting the Tampa Bay Bucks. Your thoughts on the Bucks?
Absolutely, burner, ladies and gentlemen. They have by far the best year one roster of these 4 teams. I think that's fair to say. After that, it's going to be real interesting to see how Kumar chooses to handle the regression, how he chooses to kind of work with a rapidly aging roster. Will he stick with Tom Brady, at least for the first season? Probably yes. He's going to get some nice abilities, but he is eventually going to need to figure out that QB situation. I'll just be interesting. We knew Kumar's solid. I'm more interested in this from like a GMing perspective as we get later in this cycle. I'll be real curious to see like what he chooses to do with some of that old talent.
Yeah, pretty damn good roster, and I forgot when you mentioned that they are definitely better than the Saints roster. Very good. They're obviously Tom Brady for probably the whole cycle will last somehow, some way. CMAS punching air, getting Austin after the AFC North. Yeah, I didn't get an easier division, but easier than last year in my opinion still. But Kumar, overall good user, and I feel like he'll do pretty solid in that Bucks situation. Austin's definitely not going to be joining the Discord, and neither is Kumar, more than likely. I don't even think he's in the chat. So let's go ahead and move over to... Oh, I'm sorry. Is that Kumar?
No, it's Austin.
Oh, shit.
All right.
Hey, Austin. All right, let's go ahead and talk. Let's go ahead and talk about this New Orleans team.
I really know nothing about him. I spent a lot of time as New Orleans in Madden 17. I'm not big on team repeating unless it's the Patriots, so I'm not super thrilled, but looks like a fun division and looking forward to it.
Looking forward to having you. Fuck the Saints. I just got to kick that off right then and there, but nothing against you. But I appreciate you popping in the Discord, but now we're going to go ahead and move over to the commissioner. Alex, talk about the Carolina Panthers.
I am really excited to get the Panthers. I had them first on my list. I like having a good bridge QB in Baker and like a decent backup in Darnold. I've got a really nice defense to start out with, good DBs, good running back and trade piece, CMC. I was looking forward to being in a division with CMAS. Haven't played him enough. I'm looking forward to my daily calls from Austin, too.
Solid division, unless Kumar is going to surprise me here in the Discord. Didn't think so. All right, let's go ahead and move on from the NFC South, and we're going to go ahead and move to the AFC West. Starting off with the Denver Broncos. He's going to be very upset because I think everybody had the Broncos in the top 5, right?
Yeah, man.
Just kidding. It's Phil again. With the 15th pick, able to go ahead and secure the Broncos. Your thoughts?
I'm so sick of talking about Philly using the Broncos, and I don't know how he hasn't gotten tired of it. He'll be happy. He'll be, England going crazy right now. This is obviously, a pretty solid roster. They did just get Russell. You can use him for a couple of years. Or they gave Russell Gunslinger. So, we have seen maybe the most efficient passing season in the history of the league, although I don't know if that includes Madden 22. But as far as I'm aware, the most efficient passing offense in the history of the league was Phil the one time he had Gunslinger with Carson Wentz in Madden 21. So will he be able to repeat it with Russell Wilson? We'll have to see. Javonte Williams obviously is a demon. They got some nice pieces on defense. I know Phil's happy.
Yeah, I'm done talking about Phil with the Broncos, too. Let's go ahead and move forward to the Kansas City Chiefs. And he stunk with the Texans last year, but he's going to go ahead and take over the Kansas City Chiefs, and that's Ben with the 12th pick, able to go ahead and secure Kansas City Chiefs. Your thoughts on the Mahomes-led Chiefs?
This is going to be a fun user-team combination. We'll see. Obviously Ben had not just a down cycle. He had maybe the cycle from hell from his perspective. Left, came back. He's here with this Chiefs team. I will be interested to see how he utilizes Mahomes, how he utilizes not Tyreek anymore, but Mecole Hardman. He does still have some speed. I don't know. We'll see if Elite Ben still exists. We'll see if, deep down, if Colorado Ben still got in him.
Lucky says in the chat, Ben, talk to me about time zones. Gonna have to play Phil, the complete opposite side of the world, pretty much. So that'll be interesting for that one. But I want to move forward to this next team.
Yeah.
Okay. Which, ironically, sorry, Hero, you missed them by one pick. Somehow they survived to the 20th overall selection, but they seem to be on most people's top 5 lists. Justin Herbert will not be freed because Ryan will be taking over with the 20th overall selection. Your thoughts on this Chargers team?
Everyone getting to Ryan's DMs now. This is a team with a lot of good pieces, especially on defense. We saw how solid Acrobat was. Derwin James is obviously a very, very solid safety. Got J.C. Jackson with Acrobat as well. It might be from a Madden perspective, from an ability perspective, it might be one of the best secondaries in the league, honestly. And that's not even including Justin Herbert, all the offensive weapons you have. Will Ryan use any of it efficiently? Nope.
Probably not. A pick away. I feel bad for Hero, but it is what it is. And Justin Herbert will probably be locked. Although I will feel like that Ryan would be more willing. Maybe it was 2 picks away. Whatever.
Chargers.
You would have been Chargers? Okay. A couple picks away, Hero. Anyways, he might be more willing to trade than Justin, who only puts up like 70 overalls on his trade block.
Yeah. Willing to make moves to win that round, unlike some people.
Let's move over to the Raiders. Raiders are going to go ahead and be somebody who's never been anybody but the Packers that I've known in this league. That's going to be Tim with the 24th overall selection, able to go ahead and secure them. Your thoughts on the Raiders?
Fun team, man. I mean, it's a stacked division in general in terms of rosters, obviously, and in terms of quarterbacks. Derek Carr probably, the lesser of the 4 quarterbacks. I don't know if they'll give him abilities or not. I'll be interested to see. But Tim's solid. Tim had a much better Madden 22 cycle than he had all previous. I could see him, if Colorado Ben continues to show up, I could see Tim competing. I could see Tim competing in this division 100%.
Okay. Well, I don't think Phil's here live with us. Actually, he is. So go ahead and get in the Discord here, guys. Ben, Phil, anybody else. Ben's already in here. So, Ben, go ahead and give me your thoughts on the Kansas City Chiefs.
Yeah, man, super excited. This was ultimately all about getting a hold of Pat Mahomes. Really wanted one of these elite quarterbacks that I could rock with all cycle, and for sure got that. Definitely got a bunch of other good pieces. Obviously, trading away Tyreek is not cool, but still they picked up Sky Moore in the draft. Got Mecole, got Kelsey, Juju as far as offensive weapons, and then they replaced Honey Badger with Justin Reed. That's pretty solid. Drafted a corner and a pass rusher. Really happy. They kind of, I guess, plan towards the future a little bit, which is perfect going into a new cycle.
Yeah, very solid team. Obviously much better than the team you had. Looking forward to Prime Ben coming back into BL and talking some more shit. So, obviously Mahomes isn't as good as the future Hall of Famer Desmond Ridder, but he's definitely somebody good to start off with.
That's right.
Phil Bo Baggins just joined in. Phil, it's been a while since you had the Broncos, but feel free to talk about them.
Yeah, I'm happy to get my team. I had them number 1. Surprise, surprise. It should be fun. Just fun division.
All right, thanks, Phil. Thanks for coming in. Cheers, buddy. I appreciate you coming into the Discord. I'm going to just double check. I don't think any of the other users popped in here. They did not, and they're not here either. So let's go ahead and move forward to the very last division, and that is the NFC West. So if you haven't been picked yet, you're about to come up. NFC West, starting off with the Arizona Cardinals. Somehow, some way, this user somehow got Kyler Murray again. And that would be Steele with a 13th overall selection, securing the Cardinals. Your thoughts on him getting the Cardinals?
I'm sick to my stomach that they fell to 13, first off. We have the only we'll see whether either of the abilities are nerfed. We have the only quarterback in the beta with Gunslinger and with Escape Artist falling all the way to pick 13. We know how good the rest of the Cardinals roster is. They have a really, really solid defense, a really young defense. We know this. I don't understand how they fell this far. I'm preparing myself to just be disgusted every time I watch Steel gameplay with the way he uses Kyler like I was last cycle. I mean, my God, is that just not fun to watch? But congrats to him, I guess.
Well, to be fair, Escape Artist is an X Factor, so he actually has to unlock it before he hikes and hauls.
Earn it. Wow.
And it actually is, to unlock Escape Artist, you have to make 5 throws from the pocket. And Steele has never done that in his BL history. So we'll see if he's able to go ahead and secure that one. Cam says he's an overrated user. I can't agree with Cam more. But very solid roster in the Arizona Cardinals. Very shocked they lasted at 13. Luckily, he won't be able to trait his fellow Pittsburgh user because they're in the same division as him. And that is Jesse, able to go ahead and secure the Los Angeles Rams. Your thoughts on this Rams roster?
Jesse, before you think about trading away all this Rams roster and gutting them down to the bare bones, right? Just take a breath. Maybe have someone take your keys away. This is a really, really solid, obviously, roster. Just won the Super Bowl. You get to we'll see again whether they give Matthew Stafford abilities, but I'll be interested to I'll be interested to see what Jesse does with them from a team building perspective. Had a bit of a howler, frankly, last cycle from team building, but he moves. He can compete with this team 100%. I'm excited to see my Shepley brother try to compete.
Yeah, definitely a great roster. Only run with 299s that I could think of. Assuming Jalen Ramsey's still at 99. I don't know if they've released that yet. But solid. 2 Pittsburgh guys get to play each other, so that's always fun. Let's go ahead and...
You already put Cam Akers on the block.
Jesse! I'm sorry. I'm not trying to get us kicked out.
That's all good. All right, let's go ahead and move forward to the user that somehow sneaked in and got the 2nd overall pick, and that's Byron, who picked the 49ers with his team. Your thoughts on the San Francisco 49ers?
Yeah, man, I mean, it's a really solid roster, obviously, and I think 88 overall in the beta, which is one of the highest. Drake Jackson, obviously. Oh. Yes?
Maybe?
Yes. Doesn't deceive me. Yeah, you have Drake Jackson, obviously, over there out of USC. Again, I've been, mentioning young pass rushers. It looks like pass rush will be really solid in Madden 23. He is a young one that you can continue to develop. It's a solid roster. I think, there's not quite as much on there, I think, to develop or quite as much OP talent on there as there are with the Cardinals and Rams, but it's still something that Byron can compete with. We'll see whether Byron is locked in. Took a lot of force losses there near the end, so we'll see.
We'll see. He's obviously starting off with a team he probably really, really likes. Put him at number 2, so hopefully he could stick around and be a solid contributor. I like this 49ers roster. I had him fairly high, so looking forward to that. And last but not least, the user decided to randomize his entire list and got them with the 3rd overall selection, the Seattle Seahawks. They were his number 1 team on his random list. Your thoughts on the Seattle Seahawks, Connor?
Just a great team to take number 1. Go Hawks, obviously, but from a Madden perspective, I don't know. They do have a couple of nice rookies. Some really athletic receivers and DBs that you can use. Obviously, DK Metcalf's going to be a problem, but going to figure out that QB situation quick. Probably going to need to figure out running back, too, because Penny's too old. They're not going to give him any abilities. So, maybe the 2 most important positions in the game.
Connor hasn't paid attention to the draft class because they did draft running back in the 2nd round.
Yeah, I know, but I'm saying from anyway. It is what it is.
So, yeah, that's the Seahawks. Let's see who's joined into the Discord. I heard somebody yell hello and didn't listen to the beginning, and that is Ryan. We're well past you, Ryan, aren't we?
I don't give a shit, bro. Herbert's on the block. Hit me up.
All right, cool. Thanks for coming on. Let's go ahead. I feel like the radio show where somebody comes on completely belligerent. All right, Steele's in here. Go ahead and talk about Kyler Murray and how he doesn't carry you.
We're back from the dead. Also, I have to hike and haul more to unlock Escape Artist. So just letting you know this right now. We're going back. We're winning championships. Kyler Murray, transcendent talent.
Cool. How often are you gonna? Are you gonna trade in division if Jesse offers you all these trade rate deals?
Oh no, not at all. Me and Jesse, we're just gonna trade Cam Akers and Aaron Donald for DeAndre Hopkins. It's a fair trade.
Wow,
It's already
yeah.
pushed through. Just want to let you know.
Yep, already been signed off on. Well, congrats on that.
Thanks.
Let's see if
Good-
Jesse's...
good
Go ahead.
promotion you guys have put on. I wanted to say I like it. Love it.
Appreciate it.
See you guys later.
See you, man. Jesse didn't join into the Discord, it looks like. So feel free to pop in here already. Ben says that trace declined already. So they didn't quite make it through. But that is the NFC West. And then this final slide is every single division. So this is where we actually are going to go ahead and talk to Cam.
I got nothing to say.
Come on, Cam. Although I don't want you to walk over here. Sign it to me, Cam. Cam says that he's very excited for the Seattle Seahawks. 2 thumbs up. He is jumping off the bridge. All right, let's go ahead and move forward to the last slide, which shows us the entire divisions. So you'll be able to take a look at these. Connor, I want to know what kind of sticks out to you as far as something that maybe looks like a bloodbath or something that looks pretty easy.
Yeah, decent amount of bounce, I think, in terms of conferences. Obviously, I think the two, we'll see whether either of them end up being divisions of death, but I think the two divisions that definitely have to take pause when you look at AFC East, Justin Lucky, Dan Hero, that's going to be a really fun one. NFC South, CMAS, Alex, Austin, Kumar. I'd say of those two, I'd say NFC South, I think I have a bit more faith in maybe to get just like, a four-team division, but those are both really solid, excuse me. And then, I like my division a lot. I'll just say that. Not to maybe put my foot in my mouth, but I like that one a lot. Beyond that, there's a decent amount of balance. If we'll see what Ben does. The AFC West could potentially be one of the weaker divisions. Steelers.
Steelers got the Steelers. That's Duhuti, actually.
That is Duhuti.
Yeah.
But I'm excited, man. It's another great cycle. We heard from everyone. It's our first ever live show together, and it's been a lot of fun.
It has been a lot of fun. I agree. This AFC South division looks like probably one of the lower ones, though. NFC East of the past, the NFC West of the past. So we'll see how that one turns out. Yeah, AFC East and NFC South certainly seem like tougher divisions, but there's definitely some fun ones in there that I see. I'm looking forward to see what this NFC East does. With King and Warren and Matt and Cook, that looks interesting. AFC North's got some dogs in it. Morty, Chase, Steelers, also known as Duhuti, and then Chap as well. If you give him a 9-1 record early lead, he will blow it. But let's see if he can get that. But I want to hear some predictions. It's time to go ahead.
Want me to just go division by division?
Let's go ahead and start doing some predictions here as far as division winners and maybe a playoff team if you want. I won't say Super Bowls or anything like that unless you really want to, but let's go ahead and hear some predictions from you as far as...
We'll go then AFC, then NFC. First off, the AFC East, could potentially be a four-man race. We'll see what Justin's able to do with that OP Bills team, but I do have Dan, I think, making it out of the AFC East as at least the division winner, but he won't be the only playoff user out of that division there. Obviously, out of the North, my bias wants me to go Morty, but I think I'm going to go to Hootie at least right off the bat. AFC South, I'll pass. No kiss of deaths over here. AFC West, got to go with Ben, I think, but I really think that's a two-man race between Phil and Ben, but I'd give him the slight edge just based on roster, I think. NFC East, Warren if he's locked in, King if Warren is not locked in. NFC North, that's a fun one. Give me Cody.
Okay.
Give me Cody. NFC South, wow. You got to give respect to Austin, defending champ, 9-time champ. I think that's fair to say. And then NFC West, finally, that is most likely Steel's division. We'll see what Cam's able to do when he's locked in, but I got Steel, I think. Yeah.
How locked in are you, Cam?
We're going to make some moves.
He's going to make some moves. Okay. All right, my turn. I disagree. I think Hero's going to take that division at least at first.
With the Jets?
With the Jets, yeah, with the Jets. You act like the Patriots are some stacked roster.
Okay, well, deep.
Yeah, it's going to be competition. I see 2 or 3 teams potentially coming out of that division.
Yeah,
definitely not the Bills. I expect the Bills to probably be
I love my guys.
the dumpster of the division for the cycle. Easily, yeah. I see the second division going different too. I think that Chase with the Browns probably is going to be, at least to start off with, the division winner there, and I see Duhuti also making playoffs. Maybe Morty, kind of depends. AFC South, not worth talking about. Probably going to be Connor, I guess. I disagree on the Ben part. I think Phil is going to still, until otherwise said, because I don't know what kind of Ben we're going to get yet. I say King until Warren proves to me otherwise, for sure. I also will take Cody just because he's got a better roster than Little Alex to start off with, although I feel like that may flip after a season or two.
So I need to see some red zone offense out of Little Alex before we can pick him.
Yeah, I heard that the wheels are pretty OP in this next game, so we'll see.
He won't know. But
he won't see
will.
him. Yeah, he won't see him. Yeah. And David Montgomery coming off the wheel at 85 speed might not be ideal. NFC South, we got to give it to Austin until proven otherwise. And that might be another one that you could see 2 or 3 teams come out of.
Yeah, for sure.
NFC West, I think that's Steel's division pretty much the entire cycle.
I agree.
I don't see that changing at all. Is anybody, any guests in the building that want to maybe throw their names in the hat that is recorded into the foreverness of Better League Network with their predictions?
Predictions?
Yep. Feel free to pop up when you want.
All right. I won't talk about my division. We're all dogs. But you know what? Give me Morty, Connor, Ben, Warren, Cody, Austin, Steele.
That's pretty status quo, I think. Right? I don't think there's anything that I didn't eat that here. Anybody else want to take their stab? Here comes Justin. Here comes.
Not gonna talk about my division.
Somebody talk about their division.
Make a prediction in your
All
division.
right, fine. Bills. Nah, I have to back myself. Yeah. I think I'm gonna give Chase with that Browns roster right off the bat. Connor's gonna be an absolute demon with Jonathan Taylor. He's taking the division. I'm gonna have to go with Phil. He's familiar with that roster. Might take Ben a little bit just a tad bit. In the NFC East, it's a tough one. I think I'm gonna go King. I'm not sure how locked in Warren's gonna be right away to start off. We'll give King the benefit of the doubt. North, gotta give to Cody. Packers roster is better off at the start than the Bears roster. The South, I'm giving Austin.
I can't wait to clip this.
And then the West is Steals and only Steals.
Anyone else want to come up?
I will fucking fight you. I'll have Alex cross you up on the basketball court again. Push me.
Alrighty, I think this is going to be Dan's division for a majority of the cycle. I'm going to go Morty.
F the Jets,
and
man.
then
Toilet bowl franchise ever, and they're gonna stay that way in BL.
Love that, Dan.
Hero's a nice guy, but you can't take the Jets to glory. No one can.
I'm gonna go Connor.
I like the
and then I'm gonna go with my guy Tim for the AFC West. I think he puts it together.
That's an interesting take.
AFC East, I'll go Cook season 1, and then he's gonna disappear off the face of the earth the rest of the cycle. NFC North, Cody. NFC South, Austin. I think Kumar, if he stays locked in on offense, he can fight for that number 2, number 1 spot. And then the West, I think it's Steele. The whole cycle.
Yep. Steele, yeah. Although, when Boz takes over the Rams, maybe. Or the 49ers.
Anyone else want to come up, or are we good? All right.
Bunch of pussies in here. Don't want to put their name on here.
I'll do a prediction. Dan, Cody, first Super Bowl in the cycle.
Dan and Cody. So Patriots versus
Packers. Maybe the two most unlikable franchises in the league.
Yeah, pretty much. That's an interesting selection.
I wouldn't watch a Patriots Packers. I actually wouldn't watch that.
34 rematch.
What was the last time you guys were in the Super Bowl together?
That would be Super Bowl 27.
So it's been a while.
It's been a minute, yeah.
I'll put what?
I'll get mine.
Give it.
Give me Lucky. Season 1.
It says Lucky with the Dolphins season 1 for what? The division?
Division.
And you want to do the rest?
Morty.
Okay, Morty with the Ravens.
Give me Nico.
Hey, yo.
Yeah.
Nico with the Titans. That's an interesting
Give me
choice.
Tim.
Tim with the Raiders.
Give me Matt.
That's just
with
Cam
the
talking.
Eagles.
Yes.
Little Alex will win the NFC North because the Packers are garbage. NFC South will be Alex.
That's
And
the worst take yet.
NFC West, it's going to be Byron.
Okay.
Second worst take.
You know what? That's about as good as your list, Cam.
We'll take Cam's keys away, don't worry.
Yeah. He took his keys away. I mean, Sean gave us a Super Bowl prediction. Do you want to throw your name in the hat?
Yeah. Give me Dan. I think out of the AFC. Give me. I really don't want to say Dan Austin again.
The AFC is.
Give me Steele.
Steele? Okay.
With Kyler. I know I'm sad. Just give me Steele season 1.
I like that. I like that kind of prediction.
Give me Dan v. Steele, and then Dan blows his back out.
Am I crazy in saying that I feel like the NFC has a lot more users in it, or like more higher end?
Well,
we'll play again. Yeah.
You think so?
It's close.
Would you say that you think?
Just having a hard time picking an AFC team that.
I think you're right. I think the NFC has more top end for sure.
Yeah.
You think the NFC is going to win more Super Bowls?
Yes.
I won't say that just yet.
Can I give my reasoning behind Alex winning division? You have Baker. Baker is the most winning quarterback.
Last time he had Baker, he was able to win some Super Bowls. There were some asterisks on him, but they were Super Bowls nonetheless. Okay, so I'm going to go NFC first because it's probably a little bit easier for me. I will say Cody, with Gunslinger coming out the gate, will probably make his way there. I'd say Steele if Escape Artist was actually an ability he could use. Yeah, true. But since he'll have to actually unlock it with probably good decisions and stuff like that, it might not work out. And then as far as the AFC's concerned, while I said that Hero would probably win that division, I don't necessarily disagree that Dan would make it to the Super Bowl, although I don't know about that roster just yet. So I'm going to go with Nico. Just kidding. Nico perked up. Wait, what? God, that AFC is so open. Like, I don't know what to think of this AFC.
Yeah.
Maybe you would make it there with Jonathan Taylor, and you'll probably have the number 1 seed with the easiest record. So I'd probably say you'd have a good shot. I'll go with Connor and Cody in the first Super Bowl. Whew.
Justin Slink alike.
Plus, I'm gonna go ahead and put the kiss of death on you here. If Connor doesn't win multiple Super Bowls in this cycle, then he
most disappointing.
Yeah, then he'll be a most disappointing user, and that's the exact same thing you said about me last time. This time this year.
Stand by it.
We'll see how that goes.
If he doesn't win the division every year, that's most. I don't even care about Super Bowl. If he doesn't win the division every year, that's most disappointing.
Well, you never know if Pete Town and Gamble and Nico might, we never know.
Pete Town will.
We'll see. All right, so that is the team reveal that we have been building up this whole time. These are your teams. Reminder, please do not switch your names in the chat at all until at least tomorrow morning so that those who have not seen it and still want the surprise have the opportunity to do so. These will be up on Twitch. We will be uploading Connor putting together the lists as far as which team goes to who. So there's transparency, so you guys don't have to think that we colluded or Connor colluded with his division. That's not so tough. But here we go. So I appreciate you all watching. Connor, I want to get your overall thoughts before we go, and then maybe anybody else's thoughts that are in the room.
Yeah, man. This league's just gotten so good in terms of like the depth of talent. I'm thinking this compared to Madden's 17, 18, 19. It's just like a completely different experience. You got to be in your A game pretty much every week. In this one, I gave my predictions already. Thank you to the peanut gallery here. Thank you to everyone for coming through for the interviews, and it's been a great trip here in Chicago. Let's keep it going, and let's have a great cycle.
I want to finish off saying that I don't want to go back-to-back cycles where I have to every divisional game is a battle, and it's starting to look that way minus the Panthers. So I'm not looking forward to that, but we'll see how it goes. I look forward to this. This is the time of year I look forward to seeing who I'm going to be mean to for the next year and pick on. It was Steele last year, and now maybe it'll be Alex. It probably won't be Austin because I did not want to poke the bear, and I don't want to pick on Ocho either. I guess so. We'll see how that goes. Anybody in the peanut gallery want to give us your final thoughts before we close it out? I'll let you step up.
King already changed his team name.
So Hero.
King, his team name is already the Cowboys. Hero's already his pictures.
Well, you know the rules that if you switch your team name, we actually have to give you the 32nd overall team. So I think now we'll have to give you the Lions King, and then that would mean that the Nick would take over the Cowboys. So we'll have to make those adjustments.
Loses the Jets, so whoever was 31.
Oh, did Hero change it too?
31.
Shoot. There's a lot of teams that have to change it back. For those who weren't listening at the beginning, that's too bad. So we're gonna have to switch a lot. So
Hero will be the Giants.
Hero will be the Giants, and Warren will get the Jets. Dan's not worried about it. Anybody any thoughts before we close it out? All right. Cool. You had your opportunity. All right. Thank you so much for watching. We're going to close out the show. Thank you for those who are saying great show. Ben says so. Good shit from Morty. I've never heard Morty cuss before.
Yeah, no. It's
Must have been really good. Must have been a really good show. All right.
hope so.
Thank you so much for watching. Thank everybody in the Peanut Gallery. Looking forward to a fantastic cycle. I think the next big thing, I think by the end of today, you got to have your submissions in for Hall of Fame, which we'll go ahead and post that in the announcement chat. If you haven't already done so, post your whoever you want to go into the Hall of Fame. Oh, my God, Potter. Oh, my God. Let's go ahead and end the show. I appreciate you all watching and hope you have a fantastic rest of your day. Peace out.